Hi, welcome back to my channel, Cosmic Insight Astrology. I am your co-pilot, Christina. If you have a Gemini rising and secondly, Sun or Moon, this is your August 2023 astrology forecast. All right, Geminis, let's see and let's analyze together your chart and what kind of opportunities you will have and you can utilize and what kind of challenges you will need to face. So the month not going to be really active. However, we're going to experience two full moon. The first one going to happen in Aquarius, 9 degrees, 16 minutes. And the second one going to be in Pisces on August 30th, and it's going to be a blue moon. So the Aquarius moon going to happen at 9 minutes in your 9th house. It's going to have to do something with legal matters. It could do something with education, high education, with your long distance travelings, older siblings. It could be something to do with second marriages, and also it could do something with visas, passport, and citizenship. For example, full moon is a completion, it's an ending in your life. So if you experience the full moon here, it could mean like an education come to the end. You are finishing your education, you having your test, and you're ready to do another step, continue and start to work. It could also complete, for example, a long distance traveling. For example, you will travel a lot for a cycle, for a period of time, and right now you are ready to stop. You don't want to move anymore. It could also actually create some kind of issues with an older sibling. So either you're going to cease the relationship, and the relationship, maybe it is karmic, maybe it is so many hurt in the relationship and you're just ready to step aside right now, or it could actually also end for you something with publication. So perhaps you publish your book and you're ready to write again. So it's ending, it's a completion. Also, it could actually end your situation in a foreign country, or you might going to finally get your passport or citizenship, ending the issues, the difficulties around that kind of subject, and you are ready to move to a foreign country. Okay, so what else could it be? On the first, we also have Mars and Jupiter trine, and this is actually a blessing energy because the trine is Jupiterian in nature, so it's blessing on steroids for us. And it's going to happen in your 12th house and 4th house. So anything to do with properties. You might want to actually create a property on your, a retreat center on your personal property. Maybe you're going to, some kind of retreat center. Or you might going to buy a property, but in a faraway country, or maybe you buy an island, a whole entire island, or a house on an island. It could be also a land, because Taurus is rules farming and land. So you might going to purchase a land or a farm for yourself. That could also bring up some kind of healing with family members, and you will be able to urge the healing on your own. That is something karmic, something which is really the roots of the family, and that was actually some kind of issue there, and you are willing to make a change on your own and heal that kind of relationship, because Jupiter is a blessing. 12th house is healing. 4th house is family matters. And on the same day, we will have Mercury and Saturn opposition. Saturn opposition, actually the opposition itself, it's a Saturnian energy. It's a Saturnian archetype in nature. So this is something to do with fears. It is something to do with delays and censorship. Mercury is communication. So something to do with censorship. Maybe actually you are not capable to tell your family members what you are working on, or what is your career, what is your job. Or it could be some kind of delay between, like communication and transportation between the home and the job situation. So maybe you are not getting home in time for a longer period of time because of the bus or the transportation system are on strike and it's always delayed. It could be also like at your work, in your career, you will be actually censored and you're not going to be able to talk about the project what you are doing because maybe it's something secretive, it's behind the scene, you are not ready to show that yet, because Pisces can do that. It's secretive, it's not ready to show that to the public. It's just working behind the scene. But definitely could be censorship. All right, so let's see what else is going on. On the 6th, we're going to have Sun and Jupiter square, and it's going to happen 3rd house and 12th house. The Sun over here in your 3rd house could light some and shine some light on topic with communication, transportation, business, with teaching, but skill-based teaching and training. Actually squaring with Jupiter, it could be like an urge. You want to study, you want to have some kind of information, maybe about how to create a retreat center, how to heal, how to do farming, because of Taurus is farming, or how to grow your food. So it could be the subject and you urge to learn about those topics. It could come back to your life to learn about those topics. And later on, we will have actually Venus square Jupiter as well, Venus retrograde. So the topics is the same in this matter. And it's going to be about, how to actually finance your, previously when the Sun was squaring Jupiter, how to actually finance when Venus comes into the play, this kind of topics. If I want to create a land, if I want to have a hydroponic garden, if I want to have a retreat center, what is the steps and how will I be able to and capable to support myself? Venus rules Taurus, right? And it is like comfort. How can I create comfort and luxury? How can I feed my family, my children, my neighborhood? Perhaps you want to create a community garden, in your neighborhood. All right. So moving forward on the 9th, Venus going to actually square Uranus. So Uranus is anything to do, actually it's in Taurus, anything to do with technology on the field and in nature. So it could be like a self-sufficient village, farms, anything to do with solar planner. Maybe you will be the one who is actually start a project in the neighborhood, let's everyone to have a solar planner, or how to actually conserve energy and conserve energy. That's very, very important. It could be also like secretly, or behind the scene, you are working on a creative project, a writing project, some kind of speech. Maybe you want to create online schools as well. And that's what you are working on right now. And it could be like just a simple project as it is, like how to add a financial feature to your YouTube channel or to your website. How can they pay you through your website? Some kind of project like this. And then on the 9th, we also have Mercury and Jupiter trine. That is a blessing again on steroids. Jupiter is involved with the Jupiterian energy, with Mercury in your 4th house. So sales, anything to do with a family car, perhaps somebody secretly is, or like behind the scene is supporting your project, supporting your house buying project. It could be a family member. It could be someone who who is willing to put in money and energy in your ideas. It could be also something because of Mercury representing anything to writing, sales, and paperwork. Fourth house could be something to do with your family. So it could be like you are actually seeking to know who is your biological parents, or you might going to find out you have siblings you didn't know about. All right. Then we're going to have on the 13th, Venus conjunct the sun in your third house. This is a positive energy over here. This is something to do about learning something not new actually, because Venus is in retrograde. So something what you really wanted to learn when you were a little girl or a little boy, or you know, like, and you didn't have time for, or your parents didn't have money for. It could be something with art. It could be something with investment, because Venus is investment as well, finances as well. But most likely it is something to do with art, because Venus in Leo, it's usually really good to shine and to have that creative project going on, and it can be really, really positive. All right, and then we're going to have on the 15th, the sun squares Uranus, just like Venus before. So those two are the sun and Venus squaring Jupiter, and Uranus does the same things with your 12th and third house. So right now, the sun going to square Uranus, pretty much the similar situation, just like with Venus, but right now your career, it's in magnified glasses, under magnified glasses. So it could be something like, you know what, before I wanted to give a feature to my website, but right now I want to create an online school. So something where I can shine, something where I will be able to and continue to provide financial abundance for myself. That could mean that as well. And, you know, the sun is also, you know, like sun rays and Uranus over their energy. So it could be, as I said, solar planner, self-sufficient energy, invest in energy as well. All right, so then we're going to have the 16th, we're going to have Mars and Uranus trine. So Mars and Uranus trine going to be an unexpected event, but it's going to be positive. At the beginning, it can shake up your family life, all right? Because it's coming out of nowhere. Uranus is capable to do that. It's really rebellious and it's coming out of nowhere. Or you might going to rebel against your family, but actually it turns out positive because it turns for your favor. Finally, you are heard. Finally, you are not dismissed. And Mars is really fighting for himself. So it could create, like, you know, what right now, it could be also like you have a teenager in the house and they are rebel, but somehow you understand them, somehow you are capable to work with them. You don't have to, or if you are the one, then you don't have to shy away anymore. You don't have to hide your true nature. It could be like you come out from the closet as a lesbian or gay person. Uranus is gayness, and Mars is like you are standing in your truth and become authentic and standing up for yourself in your family. So it could mean that as well. And on the 16th, we're going to have a new moon in Leo, and it's going to happen in 23 degrees 17 minutes, right? So it's also going to square Uranus. And it's also going to actually sextile Vesta, and Vesta is in your first house. So it's going to give you a kind of, this kind of sextile, it's giving you a zest, it's giving you some passion, like the eternal flame within, like you want to go, you feel that flame, and the new moon is a new beginning. So you might going to get a new car, you might going to get a new website, something with your social media account could be also like updated and ready to go. It could bring new client for you, which is financially going to support your your career. And the third house, it's anything to do with the neighborhood. So you might going to have someone moving in your neighborhood who is actually somehow supportive to your energy. So it could be really great. Or you know, third house is skill-based learning. So this new moon could help you to actually start to maybe you're gonna learn astrology, maybe you're going to learn about technology, artificial intelligence, right? Because Gemini actually rules. And Vesta over there, it could mean like something with digital currencies, something with anything with the digital world, could be that. Upgrade your knowledge about AI and the digital world. And then on the 19th, we're going to have the sun and the node trining, and it's beautiful. It's an amazing energy. 11th house is your hopes and wishes, long-term goals. This is the clubs you belong from. That's your social circle, your friendship. It's also money from your career, and it's also bonuses. So the north node over here, long-term goal, with the sun in the third, it could create some kind of like, you know what? I do want to actually create an online school. I do want to create something which is not going to be temporary, but I want to go with it. I want to teach. I want to spread my knowledge somehow. It's about that. There is a purpose in it, and because of North Node is involved, and it is a youthful energy in areas and also very active oriented. So so you know, you're not going to take no for an answer. You're ready to go. You can be impulsive about that, and you just rock and roll and go on to create anything on that field. You might want to move in a new neighborhood as well. So it could, or have new friends. You are ready to have new clients, new friends who can support you along your way. And on the 22nd, we're going to have Venus and Jupiter square again. And then we're going to have what I was talking about actually previously, when the sun squared Jupiter. So we already covered this topic. But then Mars going to oppose Neptune the same day. And Mars going to be in 27 degrees, that is in Virgo. So over here, it could be very detailed, and in Virgo could be very, very annoying. So paying attention every single details, fighting about every single little things. And Neptune is like the dreamer, like Neptune doesn't want to listen. It's in illusion, delusion. And, you know, Mars in Virgo, like, come on, no, what the heck? Why don't you listen kind of situation. And it could be like a family member is giving you advice how to approach your career, how to do your work, your job. What should you choose, like your majors and whatever? And you're not going to like it. You're going to fight against. You're going to say, oh, leave me alone. You know, like I'm a dreamer, for example, and Mars in Virgo say, no, it's not time for dream. You have to do the paperwork. You have to be very, very persistent over here. Otherwise, success not gonna come. All right, and then we're going to have 24th. We're going to have Mars and Pluto trine. And that is really, it's a good energy over here in Virgo and Capricorn, very earthy energy, really fixed, and then very earthy energy. So 8th house, that is something to do with your money and something to do with your properties. You might going to do a sale, and it's going to be with great profits, or you might going to be capable to get the loan mortgage to actually purchase your home. So it could be very good. And because of Virgo, in general rules, the 6th house, it could be you are buying properties to rent it out. It could be that as well. All right, and on the 27th, actually the sun will oppose Saturn. The sun going to go to Virgo on the 23rd already. So it's going to be a Pisces Virgo axis. and it's gonna happen on 5 degrees. And you know, it is something to do with your career and work again. So in this month for you guys, everything to do about the conflict between the home situation and career as well. So it could be like, you know what, I want to be home with the children, I'm ready to take vacation, I need to relax, I'm tired. And you know, somehow Saturn is endurance, and it's not going to let you relax. It is like you have to push very hard because you're about to succeed. You can bring it on, but this is the last seconds right now, and you have to sweat blood for it. And then we will actually have Mercury retrograde on the 23rd, and Mercury gonna go to retrograde in your 4th house in Virgo, which is exalted over here, right? It's rules Virgo and rules you as well. So that's your ruler going retrograde. So it's definitely going to affect you. So an opportunity with a home situation is coming back to you. Something what you thought it's going to be lost. A family member can reach out and come back to you if you had some kind of distance relationship. You know, like something unfriendliness with this person, then they can come back and talk to you again. But a contract with a host can come back as well. And this Mercury retrograde, the moment when it's gonna go to retrograde, it's going to sextile the moon, it's going to trine Uranus, going to actually conjunct Pallas and square Vesta. So, okay, what's gonna happen over here? Well, you know, conjunct Pallas Athene, square Vesta, all right. So there could be some kind of, the profit is coming from the home situation, definitely. So that is a pleasant situation that's going to happen on the home front for you in family matters. But on the other hand, it could be something like, you know, the profit that you get from the house, you need to share with someone and you're not going to like it. You need to give something. Maybe a family member paid off the down payment years ago for you, and right now, because you're selling, they're going to ask it back and you're not gonna like that. All right, so it could be that. And then Uranus also going retrograde on the 28th, and Uranus is in your 12th house. So retrograding back in your 12th house, it could be some kind of situation with a thief related situation, maybe some nerve or maybe some muscle situation on the jaw, which could actually indicate some kind of hospitalization or treatment or retreat there. So it could be that. It could be also like, you know, you bought a farm, you wanted to have it self-sufficient, but you couldn't do it the time when you bought the farm. And right now, when it's returning, you will have a new opportunity to upgrade and with technology, and the whole farm, it's gonna be very technological, and you will love that. And then we will have on the 30th the blue moon in Pisces, and it's gonna happen in 7 degrees. So it's gonna conjunct Saturn, the Lord of Karma. And it's in your 10th house. Saturn is endurance and ambition in the house of ambition. So it's home, but it's not home in Pisces, okay? Anyway, the moon is a completion. So definitely there could be something with your work. It could be something with, I'm ready to give up this because it's too much hassle. It's too much, or as I said, you needed to push so hard to complete a project. And you finish a project, and this is the time when you finally, you were working so hard, and finally you finish the project, and recognition going to follow that. So it could be actually truly positive as well. Yes, and the full moon, you know, in Pisces, it is something spiritual. It could be some kind of spiritual practice in your life, what you're going to actually complete. It could be like maybe you were fasting, maybe you were studying something in an orthodox way, and you are ready to give up that kind of rigid thinking and that kind of rigid spirituality. That could be that as well. All right, guys, if you loved my video, then please don't hesitate to subscribe, share it with your friends, with family, so they can also benefit from my reading. Comment below anything, even if you disagree. Let me know why do you disagree with this, or what didn't you like, and do you have a proof when you disagree? And also, please, if you would like to have a personal reading with me, check out my website, all right? www.urbanwitch.org. Thank you so much. I see you in September. Bye for now.